All right, welcome to There's Codes. Today we're going over a project called Wispy. I just prepared it with Expo, and we are going to change into the Wispy project. Essentially, Wispy is a service where you just dictate into your microphone with one button. It gives you speech to text in your handwriting, and then from there, it will pull from your address book and then send out a letter via a letter sending API. So we're going to try and get that operational as soon as we can. For some reason the camera is not too clear right now on the sketches, but that's fine. Okay. All right, so let's go to Ghosty and let's say cursor dot. Yeah, I want to open cursor editor. We'll go make this large and we'll start off in cursor. We'll go back and forth between Claude and cursor. And we're going to use the Agentic engineering tutor skill that we built in the last episode, which is here. Yeah, so let's see here. If we go to Wispy and let's start with a prompt here. Make sure monologue is running. Okay, that's good. Let's switch up the look and feel. Customization. Feeling kind of white's kind of nice. We need more colors, gradients. Feeling kind of blue right now. All right. Wispy is a letter sending app that you dictate to with voice, and we're going to use a voice AI dictation, speech to text from OpenAI. And the first thing you do is just click one button and it does speech to text, but in your handwriting. And in order to get your handwriting, for now, we'll just load a custom font. And eventually we will implement a system to capture the handwriting and convert it into a custom font with AI. So leave that as a note, but we're not going to do that right away. So once it's written, you just pull from your address book and choose the contact, and it fills out the information. And if it needs more, you can fill out the address, and then you can hit send letter and it connects to either PostGrid in Canada, PostGrid API, or it connects to Lob API. So we're going to start with Lob, and we'll have put their website and their developer docs
Lob is the only direct mail
in the bottom. Developers. So I'm adding that docs to the top actually. And other than that, that's the main functionality of the app. And I can provide an API key. But I can also create a server-side app if we need that, or if Expo can handle that with its website. But if we need a server-side app, I'll create an Next.js app or a Cloudflare function. Just let me know what we should do. All right, so that's going to dictate. And we are going to, I'm going to give this one to Claude Code. And we'll go here, delete this, and we'll let that run for a bit. While we're at it, let's get our lob API key. So I should have an account from before. Yeah. Start free trial. Okay. Let's go to API requests, settings. I want integrations. That's cool. Overview, settings, API keys. Okay, I found the API keys. We're just gonna go through and continue through all this stuff. It should actually use this Agentic Engineer Tutor skill because it's at the root, so it's global. We'll see if it does. Not 100% sure if it's going to. Yes, we want you and don't ask again. So I'll show you the original idea for the... Alright, so this is the original idea, Wispy, and I'll just play it for you.
Wispy, your voice to letter companion. Someone special to send a letter to. Dictate your letter. Hi, Grandma. It's been a long time since I've seen you. Just wondering how you're doing. I remember you making us jam when we were kids. We'd also have toast with jam when we would. Come over with tea too. I miss you. Like to see you again soon. Oh yeah, and I plan to come out soon this summer, so hope to see you. Then you just have to flick the letter across the screen. Then it will send the letter in the mail automatically.
Alright, so that was the original idea for the app. So we're going to see if we can build a much better version. Cloudflare worker, caveats fine. If you do both in parallel, can the Cloudflare worker be part of this project and build when we deploy? Or do I have to do it separately? Because it would be nice so that you could have the full context of the app. So what I'm doing here is seeing if we can have these together in the same repo such that we don't have to separate them. Okay, yes, we can. Mono repo. Okay, it's doing it. All right, so I was just drinking some tea. I do like watching it code because then I understand the app. Wispy worker lives in worker/package.json. Sounds good. Some interfaces. Pulling from lob structure. I wonder if you can even run the worker locally. That would be amazing. Save from really having to go crazy on that. Deploys. Save some time. While that's working, let's see if we can... I mean, I like this original art here. And even that guy's cool. So if we go to Spleen 3D, I should still have an account. New in Spleen Hannah. Cool. Here it is. Oh, here's even that. This 10 months ago. Been a while since I looked at this. So we play. This looks pretty cool. We want to bring this into a mobile app. I wonder if they have like an overview. Let's copy this. Okay, it's still picking up. Okay. I think I might have had my audio a little bit hot. This might be a much better way to do it. even though it's a little bit quieter, you won't get as much of the sharp sounds. So I'll just try and talk closer to the mic. Now we're getting close to being able to run the app, and then we can start doing some stuff in cursor. I paste that. Let's say, oh, no, not yet. Make this the loading screen of the app and have the camera circle around 360 degrees around the center object, if possible, as the user moves their phone. Actually, what I like is the letter to like fly around and stuff. So I kind of have to animate that. So how do you do animations in here again? It's been so long. Is this it? Animate. Slide in. Ooh. No position. So maybe we should make a keyframe. I'm gonna have to watch a little. I'll just ask the assistant, how do we add a keyframe in the animation in Spleen? So we'll look up that. Check in on Ghosty. Wants to do some TypeScript checks. So basically your build checks in a way. It's got one error. It'll try and fix that. Okay. npm start. So go to here. Agency 7AI / Wispy. Sorry, I keep forgetting to talk close to the mic. Okay, so npm start. Run iOS simulator. Yes. Okay, that's starting. Option click. There we go. Look at how nice and detailed this is. So if we just play the animation from here, oops, play the animation from here. System events, sure. Opening project, Wispy. Bundling JavaScript build. I'm gonna close this. Don't save. Okay. Kind of like that. Don't mind the look of this so far. Getting a little bit of input. Okay. We'll see if we can even demo this app. Access microphone, checking 1, 2. The process recording. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. Choose from contacts. Continue. Select all contacts. Nice. All right. So here's the thing. We want to go to what's next? Oh, CD into worker. Okay, so we're gonna split down. We're gonna CD into worker. Oh, CD actually into Wispy worker. Then we're gonna go npx wrangler login. We're just gonna go into our Cloudflare. Correct. Okay. I'm gonna do this. Log API key. Enter the secret. Okay, I have that. Yes, we'll create the worker. Then we're going to do this one. Actually, we'll leave that one for now. Do OpenAI next. We now have the OpenAI one. And then we are going to deploy. So this just creates a serverless function, I'm pretty sure, with Wrangler. And then once that's done, update with the worker URL. So if we go here, here is the worker URL. It's just telling me to do everything we just did. Secret put. Didn't run npm install here. And then done all that. It's baking. So for some reason okay. Great, we got it working. Tap the mic, dictate, text appears, choose from contacts, let it commence via log. Okay, so simulator, we'll refresh this. Test 1, 2, 3, 4. Failed the process. Failed to stop recording. Let's try this on a real phone because maybe you can't do it from here. So let's go to Ghosty, stopping server, and let's switch to development. Switch to Expo Go, iOS simulator. Okay, so I scan this with my phone. And then once I get that working, I will no usable data found. All right. So settings, lock to connect. Okay. Microphone is not available for Mac. Okay. So I'll just test it. Testing 1, 2, 3. Failed the process. Okay, we got the same error. Testing 1, 2, 3. Failed the process. So we can run this directly into Claude. And while that's going, we can add that loading page we discussed. Let's give this to Gemini. And let's make sure we have a commit going. cd.git status git add dot git commit dash init. All right, so we now have our Wispy app that you can dictate to. You can choose from your contact. We're going to have it so you can add a photo. Originally I was going to do a signature, but background removal is too costly, so we'll be able to add a photo. And if we go to an example of the PDF, here's an example of the first letter I could send. This is our Wispy stamp. So if we go into Ghosty, right now I've just been creating some sub-agents for testing this app. Testing specifically what's not working right now, which is the cropping or the mask function on the image. I made it so you can draw a mask over the image and that'll show up in here in the shape. So if we go to proceed here, and the app's still running here, iPhone mirroring, because if I was to go to, we should be able to click on the photo and it allows you to edit the mask, and we should be able to type in here as well. UI debugger.md, okay, read usual and UI bugs and React Native. Investigate, report, propose, implement, verify. Okay, we'll try this. So I'm using a skill that teaches me how to be an agentic engineer. And through that skill, all right, so essentially we started with setting up reg memory for our context, but that's actually not what I was talking about. This is agentic engineer tutor. So it is a skill, but it takes you from problem, think, code, test to problem, decompose, specify, delegate, verify, and it just walks you through milestones and acceptance criteria and just making sure you're structuring everything for the agent correctly so the agent can go out and do work on your behalf. I can share that skill. I think I've made a GitHub for it, or I'll make one. And we are all the way... Okay, which do you prefer? Sub-agent created, UI bug debugger. Sub-agent encodes the methodology we built together. Front matter, core methodology, investigate, report, propose, implement, verify. Milestones M1 through M4. Checkpoint format, comma patterns, anti-patterns, how to use it. Cloud Code will proactively delegate UI bugs to this agent. The description says use proactively. Use the UI debugger sub-agent to fix the mask shape issue. Okay. Okay, so let's restart with the sub-agent just to see if it works. Because it did all these steps with the sub-agent. And then now we're going to see if it works, and then we'll verify it in the app. Use the UI sub-agent to fix the mask. This will test whether sub-agent correctly follows the milestone structure. Go ahead, paste that or your own version and see how it performs. Okay, so I'm going to copy this, paste it, and see how it does. Inshallah. All right, sure. Let's see. So, review before proceeding to data capture investigation. Input capture is working correctly. The paths are being captured properly. Okay, so it's just verifying my code. Touch start. And the SVG preview also renders correctly. Conclusion, data capture is not the bug. The freeform shape is being captured and displayed correctly on the screen. Okay. Yeah, we can proceed. So really the question is, why is the path I drew not masking here? It's really what we want to figure out, and this agent's gonna help us do that. If we open up cursor, you can see the agent a little bit more clearly. So use proactively when debugging visual UI bugs, like mask shapes, rendering issues, or path coordinates transformations. Uses Sonnet, which is nice. Okay. One thing show you is, so this is the Agentic Engineering Tutor, and it just teaches principles through guided practice. So anytime I say, ask it for help, it will do this problem, decompose, specify, delegate, verify, versus the old practice. And I have this at my root Claude folder, so it runs on every project. Okay, let's see what it's saying here. Okay. File, component, signature mask, bug location, git select bounds, root cause, freeform path reduced to boundary box, then rectangular crop. Analysis, two-stage problem that converts any shape into a rectangle. So git selection bounds, freeform, loses shape info here. User draws a circle, only supports rectangles. Expo image manipulator only supports rectangles cropping. There's no masking happen at all. Visual proof of the bug. User draws, code produces. Proposed fix. Need to create an actual mask, not a crop. Two approaches. A canvas WebGL masking. Draw a path as a mask on canvas. Complex needed Expo GL. Use SVG clip path. Capture with React Native. Simpler. Already have SGV. Ski have powerful performant. New dependency. Identify the transformative functions logics. So I have a question for it. Does this still generate an image in the end that we can upload to Cloudflare and then send off to the Postgres API? Because that's going to be important. Don't need my email open there. You can make Ghosty bigger. Yeah, so let's see here. This affects how we may configure. Okay, yes, let me trace the full flow to confirm. Current flow, image manipulator, read as bytes, upload signature to Postgres. Fix flow, SVG, file URL, same as before, that was PNG. One question for you. Does Postgres need transparent background or white background? I think white background. Just white background. Yeah, this is definitely the way to code if this will work, is creating your agents first with the Agentic Engineering Tutor, and just keeping its stats up to date. And then I also have going in this repo this skill for reg memory. So if I run reg memory save after this, it's going to save all the current context, and we can load it with a search term, so we don't lose our history in a convex database, so the agents have memories. Do you approve M2 finding on this approach? Let's see. Update white background layer, SVG with clip path, image clipped. Do shot capture, PNG with white background, signature shape preserve. This all looks good. Yes. Then we're going to unit test. Yes. So far we've created an Tutor Agentic skill, which is also an agent that helps us build agents in agentic patterns so we can divvy up the work, which is what you're seeing right now, this implementation of the milestones. So it breaks it up into milestones, acceptance criteria. It just makes you think in a product way, and then divvy that work out to the agents with memory context for your agents. And by the way, oh, signature mask, okay. And by the way, if oh, I gotta change something here that would help. So is it Castro? Keystro. 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 Where is Keystro? Keystro's here. Open settings. Does it say what screen it's on? Display 2. There we go. Now you can see my shortcuts. Could be helpful. Who knows? You want to? Yeah, that's fine. So I was going to show you something here. Oh yeah. Is this mydawn.day? And it just visualizes Google Calendar's events. And then you have your sunrise and your sunset. Now this is just a demo. This isn't real data. So if I connect to my Google Calendar, no, it's not fully approved yet. That will be coming. And then it pulls up my full calendar. So right now I'm supposed to be practicing recitation. And then if I go here, we can pull up different events. So now I've got my snack, which I've just realized I haven't had my fruit, so on and so forth. And you can reset to now. You can see my sunrise is here, sunset's here. So you see how short the day is, like sunrise to sunset anyways. And then, yeah, so that's that app.
mydawn.day. Interact with your day.
And I run an agency that built this called agency7.ai. So if you're looking to extend the vibe coded project and you're kind of stuck on it, or you just want some development help, reach out to us. Okay, so let's get back to Ghosty. It's making these changes to the signature mask. Let's let it do everything. So now I've delegated my task all the way from an idea to like acceptance criteria and whatever the milestones first. So like phases it, and it just makes everything so much more efficient. And also, if you're wondering how I'm blurring my face, I just wrote a little script, split right here with Python. So if we go cat blur, wait, what's it called? Cat face blur. You can see that it's pretty simple script. Just use MediaPipe, virtual cam, and then I think MediaPipe is how it does the face tracking. I'm not even sure. And then I just send it to my camera and I choose the size of the pixels. Yeah, so if you want that script, I can put that up. Yeah, I just don't record my face or take pictures or anything. Inshallah, it's just a religious reason. All right, so we go back to Ghosty. He wants to do a TypeScript check. That's fine. Reg memory backend. Oh, it did a fix on the reg memory. That's interesting. That's okay. It had a TypeScript error, but it's not that big a deal. No test scripts found. Okay, it's gonna check for test scripts. Don't ask for cat commands. And what else is going on here? So if we go to the Figma, this is our postcard. Actually, we can go, it's our post. Okay, now testing note. No testing infrastructure is configured in this project. The primary verification is visual. Okay, that's fine. Okay, so we just need to test it now. So I'm going to go to my phone and I'm just going to pull up the app here. Expo Go. I'm going to retake a photo, use photo, and then I'm going to pull up iPhone mirroring, connect, lock phone to connect. Okay, so this is I just took a picture of my screen. Then if I draw a shape, confirm selection. Okay, we got a failed error. Failed to capture. See if I can get all of this. It's got a hierarchy error. So now this is the human verification it was looking for. Once we get this working, I'll call this one and I'll compile this all into one video, but the view cannot be captured, was not successful. Technical or security limitation. Wonder what it's going to say about that. Yeah, because confirm selection, yeah. Doesn't let me do it. Let's see. Okay, well, it made it a little bit further, but now we're getting this upload error. So the capture worked, we think. Let's check the API here. I want to do both. Yeah, it's adding to the milestones. That's interesting. That's super helpful. One thing that's missing here. I forgot to let the birds out. Okay, do you want to proceed? Yes. Health status is okay. It's just checking the worker's health status. See if we can upload an image. Okay, it's going to log the image data. So it's probably just constructing the image data incorrectly. Yeah. Let's see here. While we're at it, let's look at spleen. So when we were here last, see that's the default animation. Play. And we want to do that. So how do I turn off that animation? Camera. Let's say, do I turn off the animation when I hit play and make the timeline play when I hit the play button in the talk and spleen? See what Ghosty's saying. All right, comprehensive logging. Okay, so we're gonna refresh here. We are going to retake the photo, use photo, iPhone mirroring, connect, close that, draw our confirm. So it's still gonna fail eventually here. We're gonna get an error. That's it, trying to upload. And let's just see. Takes quite a while. There's the error. Okay. We didn't see any console logs there. Should show, so maybe it didn't actually reload. Okay. So retake. Camera's not available. We'll open it in our phone. Retake. Use photo. Lock. Connect. Draw our shape. Confirm selection. File. Failed to capture masked image. Maybe we have to redo that one. So maybe it was the mask. Yeah, oh. And what's the errors? No errors here. Let's just say screenshot this. No, window, view. There's a way to screenshot. I'll just go like this. We'll give it that. Guess I gotta use old pasty because for some reason my command V isn't working. Let's go back here. Select the object that are moving. Add a start event. To have your timeline animation run when you press top, add a start event, timeline animate action on some object. Okay, so I've got an animation happening somewhere on the scene. Global settings. Probably on the actual camera. Let's see. Reset. Okay. Transform. Camera. What's this? Okay. No. Camera. So, others. Where do I find the animation action on the camera? And then Ghosty is saying, fix it, try again, replay. I'm going to retake photo, use photo, lock, iPhone mirroring, connect, draw our shape, confirm selection. Okay, so this is where we should get our debugging eventually. Raw response. Okay. See more. There's quite a bit here. Wonder if I can copy it from my phone. I want all the logs. Worker exceeded resource limits. Oh, it said worker exceeded resource limits. Okay. Worker exceeded resource limits. Let me just check in with that. So, Cloudflare, Compute AI, workers, pages, Wispy AI, 3 errors. observability, upload signature, view invocation. Okay, this is much better. Okay, it capped something, so we'll try it again. Retake, use photo, lock, iPhone mirroring, connect. Draw a shape, we'll draw a triangle with like an A. And then this time we'll see, oh, it did it. Okay, I'm gonna go back to the app. Just sending a letter, hope you're doing good. I've added in the address. I'm gonna lock, connect. Oh, okay, I'll just try and send, see if it sends. That it sent it. And if we go to, I'll have to be blurring out some things, but if we go to letters, this one, view PDF, there it is. There's our image with the crop. Cool. All right, that's it for now.